Welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another very exciting episode of Marvel's Spider-Man 101. Now, I know it's been a hot minute ever since I did one of these, considering that sadly there has not been a whole lot of news recently relating to either Marvel's Spider-Man 2 or Marvel's Wolverine. I'm also currently in the middle of a move right now, so I sadly might not be able to make as much videos as I would like to given the current circumstances. But by the time I become situated wherever I stay next, I'm certainly going to try and pump out as much content as I possibly can for all you wonderful true believers out there. However, we do know that Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales are coming to the PC platform later this year. And as it so happens, Insomniac have provided even more details about Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered coming to PC. Not just by showing some very crisp new footage in this brand new trailer, but also diving a bit deeper into the specific PC specs on a brand new PlayStation blog post. Now, coming from me personally, I do not own a gaming PC for myself, but I have already played through Marvel's Spider-Man in various ways within the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, and the PlayStation 5 Remaster, all from start to finish. And considering how well Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered already runs on the PlayStation 5, I have no doubt that it's going to be an absolute beast by the time it launches on the PC. And given all the details that Insomniac did include within this blog post, it absolutely justifies that claim to an even further extent. So coming from Insomniac Games themselves, they did go on to analyze that they wanted to release Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PC in order to make the game a complete visual stunner within the PC platform, which meant opening up extensive configurability to PC users with varying hardware, as well as introducing some new techniques and tools to push things even further. And given the list of details that they went on to highlight is that we now know that Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PC is going to include ray-traced reflections that are available across the game for those with hardware that support them. One of which is a new, higher quality ray trace mode that offers even more city detail when web swinging and fighting crime in Marvel's New York. We also know that NVIDIA Deep Learning Super Sampling and Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing are going to be incorporated within the game as well, which is going to increase the overall amount of graphic performance as well as boost the frame rate with uncompromised image quality, offering a much higher level of visual perfection. And in case you're someone with a bit more of a wider display for your PC, we now know that beyond choosing output resolutions, Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PC also supports a wide range of display ratios, including ultra-wide 21:9, panoramic 32:9, and NVIDIA Surround multi-monitor setups. And lastly is that many other rendering systems are more customizable than they have been in the past, with additional quality levels and algorithmic options, which include SSAO, texture filtering, LOD quality, shadows, and more, which is supported by windowed, full screen, and exclusive full screen rendering modes. And in addition to these enhanced graphical features, there are now multiple peripherals and customization options for Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PC, which is likely going to be incorporated within Miles Morales on PC as well. For starters, the PlayStation DualSense controller does offer wireless controller support, where PC players will get to experience adaptive trigger feedback and amazing haptic response while battling iconic Marvel villains. But if you're a much more classic type of PC player, mouse and keyboard are indeed supported, where during gameplay and throughout the game's UI, it does provide a completely different customizable control option for those who prefer it. And finally, with Steam input support, there are now innumerable remapping options available, and the game will also offer multiple accessibility features as a whole. And as a bit of a bonus, Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered will also support achievements and cloud saves for both Steam and the Epic Games Store. So whether or not you're a trophy collector or an achievement hunter, it's definitely going to be fun to try and replay through the game in order to try and get all those various awards. And just to put all this on display for any of you who might own a different version of the PC platform, these are all the specific PC specs that Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered will be able to run. And considering how much work Insomniac Games and Nixie Software have seemed to incorporate within Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered running on PC, it definitely feels like the game is going to run extremely well. And in case you're someone who is beyond hyped for this PC release and wants to get your hands on it as soon as possible, Insomniac have revealed a full-on pre-purchase bundle that does come for Marvel's Spider-Man Spider-Man Remastered launching on PC, which is extremely similar to the pre-order package that was initially featured for Spider-Man PS4 back in 2018, where it obviously is going to include the full game as well as the 3 individual story chapters for the City That Never Sleeps DLC pack, as well as 3 individual Spider-Man suits with the Spider-Punk suit, the Iron Spider suit from Avengers Infinity War, and the original Insomniac designed Velocity suit. Plus, you do get early access to the Spider Drone gadget and 5 individual skill points that you can use to upgrade Spider-Man faster. All in all, everybody, it definitely feels like that Insomniac is going all out with trying to make Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered run the best it possibly can within the PC platform. And knowing that Miles Morales is also going to release on PC later this year, I have no doubt that it's going to run just as good, if not potentially better. And if this ends up being the very first time that you will play through Marvel's Spider-Man through the PC platform instead of the PlayStation, then you are without a doubt going to have the most definitive gameplay experience ever crafted for this game. And I have no doubt that the inevitable mods that will be added into this game will make the experience even better. But with all that said, everybody, that's the video that I have for you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. What do you think of all these new features being incorporated into Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered releasing on the PC? Which feature are you looking forward to testing out the most? And do you think Insomniac will go above and beyond when it comes to the upcoming release of Miles Morales on PC as well? Let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for more Marvel Spider-Man videos like this in the future. And without further ado, peace out.